What is up to all of my podcast peeps, my planners out there? Of course, it is I, DaniMarie, your podcast host, your podcast bestie, the podcast princess, all of the things, greetings and salutations. I do want to give a disclaimer. I'm a little stuffy. I woke up stuffy this morning. I'm actually recording. I already recorded this episode, but I'm re-recording this episode. And so today I woke up stuffy. And wear your masks just because there's things that are floating out there. 'Tis the season and the reason, all of the things. But also make sure you download, like, comment, subscribe, share wherever you're listening to this episode of Plan to Podcast. Let's get into it. And before we take it a step further, Happy New Year, okay? Now, when you are going out for a night on the town or you're heading on vacation, are you the type who plans everything or do you like to go with the flow? Let me know in the comments. I want to know. I want to hear from you guys. I want more engagement. I'm going to wait till you type your answers. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, got it. All right. Now, I used to be the go with the flow girly. Whatever happened, happened. Okay. And I was always in for a surprise. You hear me? But lately, life looks different. I am an adult with two kids and a lot of responsibilities. My time and my energy are limited. So if I'm going to be going out for 2 or 3 hours, I need to be intentional. I need to plan. And honestly, there are pros and cons to planning versus going with the flow. If you're too rigid, then you miss out on spontaneity and adventure. But if you're always winging it, you spin your wheels and you never quite hit the marks, simply because you never planned for them. Now, let's take that same idea. You feel where I'm going with this? Let's apply that to podcasting. There are pros and cons to planning your podcast and pros and cons to winging it. Either way, you're going to face some surprises. Things like slow listener growth, retention challenges, or the way AI and the industry are vastly different from what they were maybe 2, 3, 4 years ago. The question is, will you be prepared when those surprises come? If you're just the wing it podcaster, those surprises can feel thrilling at first until they all hit at once, and they will come. Then it becomes overwhelming and it's hard to adjust when you're already in the thick of it. But when you've planned, honey, you have places to put those surprises. You can categorize them, adjust, and keep moving because you anticipated that something may happen and you've created your plans A, B, and C to keep you staying afloat. Planning doesn't make everything perfect, it just makes things easier. So as we move into 2026, thank you, Lord, why not plan your podcast? There's nothing to lose and everything to gain. Whether it's a vacation, a night out, or your show, planning gives you structure. Things may still go differently than expected, but it's better to have the plan and not need it than to need it and not have it. And as a coach, mentor, and the admin inside the Plan to Podcast Facebook community, I see the same 5 to 10 questions come up over and over again. And I love the passion and curiosity. I do. But I also feel sad sometimes because people ask these big general questions and then they immediately get flooded with a million different answers. And what happens next? They either get super excited or completely overwhelmed. Picture this. You're standing in a hallway with 50 doors, 25 on each side, left and your right side. And you're yelling, "What's the best microphone?" And one door shouts back one brand, another door yelling something else. And another one recommends something totally different. Everyone is answering based on their own setup, their own journey, their own podcast style. And that's why I believe you shouldn't join a group just to ask random questions. You should enter the space to confirm what you've already researched and planned. And that's exactly why I teach the 5 P's podcasting framework: plan, platform, production, performance, promotion. When you've thought through these 5 areas, everything else becomes confirmation. Then you walk in more confident and you walk in saying, "Hey, I'm a solo podcaster. I travel. I've researched the road mics. Can anyone share real world feedback?" Or, "My niche is comedy style storytelling about menopause for women 40 and up. Mixing humor and honesty. What comedy podcasts inspire you?" See the difference? You're not lost, you're refining. And instead of asking, "What should I do?" in a room full of noise, you're asking, "Does what I've decided make sense?" That is the power of planning. So as we step into 2026, start with a plan. Then plan your months, then your weeks, and build off the foundation you already set. Because 2026 is bringing a lot: streaming expansion, AI adoption, corporate podcast studios, new distribution deals, and yes, major platform moves. Change is coming either way. And the question is, do you have a roadmap? I am DaniMarie, your podcast mentor, your podcast bestie, the podcast princess. Like, comment, subscribe, share this with someone who says they want to start a podcast. Tell them this is the start right here. I'm going to leave something for you in the comments. It is my 5 P's podcast planning tool. Literally, it's worked with people that I work with, my clients. I use this in my framework. Everything starts here. This is the genesis. You can't go wrong. Well, you can if you don't plan. So, y'all get into this. Next week, I don't know what we're talking about yet, but trust me, it's going to be good. So make sure you come back. We're going to be on this thread. I'm pretty sure. I'm sure of it. Because y'all need to get into this planning spirit. Okay? I'm wishing it and speaking it all over you. I'm excited for you. Let's build this thing right. You have a message, you have a story, and you are going to build an incredible platform in 2026. Be easy.